I'm Cheryl and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can become fearless in life. So if you feel like that fear is holding you back and you're scared to do a lot of things, then you need to stick around the whole of this video because I'm going to be showing you how to become fearless. Fear is a part of your everyday life. You could be fearful of success, fear failure, you could fear rejection, fear people's opinions, but the more you resist, the more fear persists. And that saying could go with anything at all. The more that you resist something, the more that it sticks around. So the reason that we're fearful of things is that our brain is hardwired to see fear as a danger. What happens is that our sympathetic nervous system is activated and it triggers the fight and flight response, which is our survival mechanism as a human. So our brain tells us that there's a danger ahead, so you can either stick around and fight it or you can run away when you feel threatened. So this is what the fight and flight response is, and this is how our bodies and mind just reacts to fear. But you have to remember that fear, all it does, it keeps you stuck in your comfort zone. It keeps you immobilized and doesn't get you out of your comfort zone, and nothing great ever came from your comfort zone. So in order to keep growing and evolving as a human and in life, then you need to get past these fears and to just take that step. So the first tip is to become aware of when you are feeling fearful, and you can even write this down in a journal. Just write down what is scaring you at that moment, because then you can just realize what your triggers are and what you're actually scared of. When you are afraid of something, then I just want you to just sit with that feeling, sit with the emotion, and then once you're done with that, then just do it anyway. Whatever you're scared of, just go and do it anyway. How long are you going to let fear rule your life? Because if you want to achieve something, then you have to overcome the fear. Every successful person out there has overcome a fear, because otherwise you're going to be sitting in the same place that you are right now in 5 years time and just wonder why you didn't take that step. And it's all because you're fearful of something. So be aware of what your actual fears are. Number 2 is to remember that it's all in the mind, and 80% of the things you're actually fearful of never happen anyway. Fear is a product of our imagination, so it just makes us fearful of things that are actually not even happening in the present or not even likely to happen in the future. And this is why people are like, but what if I fail? What if it doesn't happen the way I want it to? But you need to think of what if it actually does, what if it does turn out to be exactly what you want it to be, because you're always just going to be in a life of what if. If you don't take the steps, if you don't overcome your fear, it will always be a case of what if. So you need to just sit with the fear and believe that you can do it anyway, and then you will notice that opportunities will just come along your way, and then you'll think, why was I even scared of that in the first place? You won't succeed if you let fear win. Number 3 is, what is the worst that's going to happen? So in every situation where you feel afraid, what's the worst that can happen really? You need to think about that. Fear doesn't stop you unless you actually want it to stop you. So regret is going to hurt you even more than fear will ever hurt you, because you'll look back in 10 years time and just wonder why you didn't take that step back then. Because whatever you think now, whatever you do now, it's for your future self, for your future life. So make your future self be thankful for you right now, for the steps that you take in your life right now. So get out your comfort zone. Don't let fear dictate your life. Just let it go. Let it go. And you'll be surprised at what opportunities come your way. So number 4 is to make fear your best friend. You don't have to fear fear. People fear fear in itself. So what you need to do is you need to sit with it, sit with the fear, do it anyway, and then you will realize that it's actually not that bad, and you would have built yourself up. And when you keep building yourself up, it creates anxiety and even more worry and then even more fear about the fear. Just make fear your best friend. And I'm going to be doing things that scare me this year. So I can't swim, and that's because I'm actually scared of the water, because once your feet are off the floor, I can't get my feet back onto the ground, and that's what scares me. And also I'm going to be doing a live event towards the end of the year, and that scares me too, but I want to take steps and to not be in my comfort zone anymore, because I know where I want to be in life in the future, in 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years down the line. But if I'm not going to do anything about it now, then I'm never going to get there. So this year I'm actually getting out of my comfort zone and doing things that scare me. So you should do it too. So number 5 is to identify the reward. So once you do step out your comfort zone and stop being fearful of that thing that you're scared of, just think of how you would feel when you do achieve that? You know, would you feel proud? Would you feel a sense of achievement? Would you be excited? Would it lead on to other things? So when you think of just being scared of something, all you need to do is think of the end result and the reward that it's going to give you, because that would just be the best feeling in the world. Keep focusing on the reward that the fear is going to give you, and don't focus on the fear itself. And then you will start feeling excited to actually overcome the fear. So think of the reward. Okay, number 6 is to embrace the change. Don't fight it, don't resist it, just embrace it and accept it with an open heart. Success is the result of not being afraid. You don't see all these successful people being afraid of things. Yes, they are afraid of things. Of course they fear things, but they do it anyway, and that's why they are where they are right now, because they overcome the fear and they just take the step. Some people just say, oh, they were lucky, they were in the right place at the right time, but that's because they didn't let fear dictate their life. They didn't let fear take over. They decided to take control of their life. Everybody needs to be the driver in their own life and not the backseat passenger, and that's something that you all need to do, is to drive your own life. Don't let fear drive it for you. Don't let it control you, because then when you achieve something, you feel even more courageous. So embrace change and be the driver of your own life and not the backseat passenger. Okay, the final one is to set challenges for yourself. So believe in your abilities, believe in your talents, and believe that you can be successful and do whatever you want to in life. As the famous quote says, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. And it's so true, because if you think you can't do something, then you won't do it. But if you think you can, then you will do it and you will succeed and achieve it. So be bold, be brave, be courageous, and be fearless, and you will be where you want to be. If you enjoyed this video, then hit the thumbs up and click subscribe if you're not already subscribed to me. You can follow me on my social media, Instagram and Facebook. And if you like videos like this, then I've got 2 more here for you that you can go and check out right now. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you very soon in another video.